Here's your Storm Track 7 forecast.
Good morning, folks. Happy Sunday to you all. This is Storm Track 7 meteorologist Robbie coming over. We got a clear sky this morning. We're going to stay that way throughout much of the day today as we cap off this weekend. It was a bit of a chillier day yesterday, of course, with those strong westerly winds. Temperatures closer to normal as well, mainly in the lower 30s across the area. That kept those wind chills in the teens and near 20 degrees throughout much of the day. Today's a different story, though. Temperatures will begin to climb more towards the lower middle 40s. The winds will lighten up a bit. Still a slight breeze out there, but I'll show you more of that in just a second. But again, sunny sky all throughout the morning to the afternoon as well as temperatures begin to climb. I'm talking about highs, lower to middle 40s. I'll show you more of those numbers in just a second as well. Otherwise, heading into the evening, you're starting to see some faint, we'll call it upper level cloud coverage that could be streaming in from the west. That's going to continue overnight. We'll call it still a mostly clear sky overnight as temperatures drop back down to the 20s overnight tonight into tomorrow morning. Again, we'll still call it a mostly clear sky by the time you wake up tomorrow. Now, tomorrow will be more partly cloudy, but I do believe it's a lot of upper level cloud coverage, so we do see some filtered sunshine throughout the day for your President's Day. Again, I'll show you some of those numbers for high temperatures tomorrow just a bit. It's definitely looking pretty mild, to say the least. February standards, just as we have been used to as of late. For these winds, though, like we talked about, like we experienced yesterday evening, a pretty gusty day overall. And that continued overnight, and we'll call it a slight breeze for the most part out of the north and west, as you can see. These yellow bars indicating sustained winds anywhere from 10 to 15 miles per hour for the most part. But heading into the late afternoon and evening time frame, winds will lighten up and begin to switch out of the south and east during the overnight period. So we should be in for a relatively calm and quiet night with winds blowing out of the southeast around 5 miles per hour or so. Now for today, though, before we get to tonight, of course, let's enjoy this Sunday. Lots of sunshine out there if you do want to get outside. Again, highs still relatively cool, but above average, technically speaking, in the upper 30s to lower middle 40s across the board. Again, with those winds blowing out of the north and west. As for tonight, mostly a clear sky, pretty calm and quiet. Lows also above average, as you can see, in the lower to middle 20s across the board. Wind chills shouldn't be much of a factor with those pretty calm southeasterly winds. Now, heading into tomorrow, again for your President's Day, we're starting a new work week, of course. We talked about today, temperatures still above average, about 5 to 10 degrees above average. Tomorrow, those bump up. We're talking about highs 10 to 15 degrees above average, again, all over the upper Midwest. This is a pretty similar picture to what we've seen all throughout the month of February. Now, to give you some details here, highs will be in the upper 40s to lower 50s across the board, and these will only climb further as we head at least towards the middle of the week. I'll show you that in just a second here, but we will be under this partly cloudy sky like we mentioned. We'll call it filtered sunshine for the most part as well, as winds blow out of the south around 5 to 15 miles per hour. Heading to Tuesday, mostly sunny, highs climbing a few more degrees, lower 50s. Across a good chunk of the area, and by Wednesday, check it out, upper 50s near 60, especially for some southern locations by the time we roll into the middle of the week. Back half of the week, temperatures drop a little bit, but still above average, as you can see, right around that 50-degree mark for Thursday. Next weekend, still above average, upper 40s to lower middle 50s.